Good afternoon, Chaos. This is Kalatos, your friendly Legion's leader here. I'm about to head into Territory Battles Phase 6, and I'm going to run a full Sith team, this time under a Emperor Palpatine lead. So real quick, we're just going to go through my mods and kind of the gear so you get an idea of where my Sith are at, so you can kind of compare and kind of form your own opinions about how you think they work. This will be the first phase, the last phase, so we can really see the Emperor's Zeta lead here with the Empire and Sith allies gaining turn meter. I have him modded for a lot of speed. He's a plus 95 up to 217. I believe I have speed on his arrow. His triangle is crit defense. Well, I probably should change that. And potency on the cross, which is probably the best bet here. I will run him with a not Darth Nihilus, with a Darth Vader, and I have him modded for crit and crit damage. Speed, because I don't have any 5-dot crit chance mods with speed available, so I have to stick with a 4 mod on him. I have him crit damage, triangle, and a potency cross as well, because I want his stuff to stick. Now the two of them are going to go with a Sith Trooper, who, if you've watched any of my videos, I have not changed anything on him. Completely maxed, modded for protection, defense, and tenacity. We'll see he's got crit avoidance, got defense, and I should have tenacity here. We could change the arrow to defense or protection, but I just stuck with a crit avoidance for now. Sith Assassin also completely maxed. He has my top speed mods, the only thing I'm worried about. So he's at plus 116 speed, super fast. And I'm hoping between him and the Emperor Palpatine lead, they're just going to be flying through this stuff. And the fifth one in my group will be a new one, Sith Marauder. Okay, I did fork over the money to get him 7-star. I haven't spent a lot in a while. And I wanted to give him a try. I think he's got a really interesting simple kit that if I can get him up to speed and can fit him into a arena team, the AI will control it very well. You see, I've got his strength through passion omega'd. I've got his victory through power omega'd, but I do not have his unique omega'd. So he will, when I get those 5 more omegas, have extra tenacity and extra potency. But for right now, not a super big deal. I am only missing 9 salvage on this droid collar and a whole bunch of hypo syringes to get him to gear level 10. And I have almost all the mats set aside to get him from 10 to 11 real quick. So he's fairly well geared. He's got good mods. We'll see here. I've got all crit chance mods, so that his crit chance is up to 63%. Okay, I got speed and crit chance here. I got speed, potency, crit chance and speed, crit chance and speed. You'll see here I've got a speed as well, and then I've got offense and protection. I couldn't find a better mod, but this is one of my gold mods that didn't have speed. But you can see the other stats are pretty solid. That protection really helps him now that he's lower geared, as well as the health. The tenacity, I wasn't super worried about, but I just threw on what I had for right now. It could probably get better, but I'm not super worried about it right now. I just want to run him so we can see what he looks like. So we're going to go to Territory War. We are going to pick, we'll start here on the bottom, since that's where Legions is focusing right now. And we'll be doing this combat mission. You can see that we didn't fill any platoons here except for the one. And then the previous day, we got 1 level of reduction. So pretty much the Empire we're going to be facing is fully maxed, and with only a slightly diminished Rebel strafing run, and we are not going to have the orbital bombardment available to us. So this is pretty much as difficult as it could be, and it's like the game knew what group I wanted to run. So without any further ado, let's give it a shot. I ran them in phase 5. It wasn't too bad. It was pretty fun. So we're going to start. Vader actually goes first in this group. We will take out this rebel pilot. Cross our fingers. Yep, he's gone. Ability block this pilot so he can't dispel. And then maybe speed of everybody else. And see what else we can get going here. So the Sith Marauder is pretty cool. If you don't know anything about him or you haven't seen the hype, his special does physical damage to target enemy and grants all allies potency up for 2 turns. And if it scores a critical hit, it's going to reduce the target's max health by 15%. So if this crits, then the rebel officer will be more easily finished off by, say, my Sith assassin, who hits through protection. So we'll see. Oh, a crit and 18,000 damage. That's pretty good. 7-star, no crit damage mods, and only gear 10. Or I'm sorry, gear 9. Though he does have the offense up buff. And then spread out some love and see if we can ability block. Oh, he's dead. No need to ability block. So let's get out the other one. And you'll see as they fall, my guys are getting turn meter because of the debuffs are gone. See that one? If any of these guys dies, my turn meter is going to be completely filled up. So that may not die, but look at Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader's turn meter as I attack this guy. Bam, they're next to full now. So this team obviously moves very quickly. And so we see phase 1 didn't even get touched. So let's see what we can manage on this phase. I guess some health steal up maybe. And we will see if we can crit him again. Yep, 9,000, so not near as much as the other ones. But still pretty solid hit. Can we take out that pilot? Yes, we can. So it's a pretty solid group right now. See if we can ability block the rebel officer. Yep. And somehow he still got whatever. It is what it is. You know, these guys have ridiculous abilities, so I'm not even complaining about it too much because everybody knows they're broken. But I am kind of liking the Sith Marauder. You know, I think he'll be a pretty solid damage dealer when I get him geared up even more. So I like him. I know other people, and I did see a couple in Legacy say that he's garbage, but yeah, I disagree with that statement. I don't think he's garbage. I think he has one role, and that role is to do damage, which is really something that the Sith have been missing, a balanced damage dealer. And now a lot of the other damage dealers for the Sith require good setups. Like Darth Vader, great damage dealer, but his basic doesn't hit very hard. And he's historically been super slow, long cooldowns. Emperor Palpatine, again, decent damage dealer, pretty slow, and he struggles with a lot of different things. Darth Maul, same deal, slow, he struggles. So really, the Sith haven't had a solid damage dealer that can really hit damage fairly early in a fight and sustain that damage. And I think Sith Marauder is going to fill that spot. You know, the solid damage dealer that can really... Jeez. The solid damage dealer that is consistent, and he has decent survivability. Because he does apply a debuff on his basic, he has a fair amount of health steal, and under the Emperor Palpatine lead, he will definitely live long enough to get his basic out there and replenish his health every time. So he definitely fills a niche. I personally think the Sith have been lacking. So at least in raids, I think he's going to be really good. I don't know about Arena. You know, I'm going to test him out later for that. So we'll see how it is. And see, even on a tank, he's doing 15k damage. He's not bad. And, you know, we're not to the dreaded final wave yet. But you'll see all my guys, except for, oh, what's he called? My Sith Trooper, they all still have full protection. So, something here works well. And I probably should have saved that. But, we'll just basic the rest of these guys down to save my cooldowns. So that when phase 4 comes, we are ready to just blast it. And you see, like, looking at the basic damage that everybody does, this Sith Marauder is up pretty high. And maybe when I go into the next round, I'll slow the speed down so we can really look at the numbers he's putting up. Alright, so going into the final round, all my guys full health, almost full protection. Let's slow it down and see what happens. So everybody gets turn meter. Oh, maybe 2 speed. We'll just stun everybody. And see... Well, we didn't exactly stun everybody. But... 14,000, and we reduced his health. Not bad. You know what? If they decide they want to cleanse everybody, then my whole team will get full speed. I'm okay with... Or full turn meter. I'm okay with that. But it looks like with the stuns and ability blocks, we are going to get all of our dots ticking and debuffs ticking for a little bit. Oh, I didn't even realize that Rebel Spy did that. Look at me not paying attention. Oh well. But we can take this guy out, hopefully. Oh, there goes that dreaded taunt. Hopefully I've got an AoE coming up soon. Let's give everybody some more turn meter. Oh no, his AoE is down. Let's see if we can 7k. Well, it's a very high tank with a defense up buff, so I wouldn't expect it to hit too hard on him. See if we can take out the rebel pilot on the side. Nope. Maybe the soldier. 12k. So, you know, hardly anybody's hitting that guy super hard, so not upset by the Sith Marauder not hitting him very hard. So there he crit for 5,000. So, you know, overall, pretty solid team. My Sith Trooper still has protection left. And he gained some protection up. Let's finish taking out the soldier. The only thing this team lacks is a Dispel. That is it. I would like to see a Dispel somewhere on this team, but I really have no idea where it would come from or who I would want to take out. Obviously, you would say the Sith Marauder would go out for a Dispel, like maybe Darth Nihilus. However, I'm okay with where we're at for now, because that Dispel isn't super necessary in PvE material. But we can see he's putting up solid numbers. He's definitely staying competitive here. I say he's a go. We'll see what happens when he gets the rest of his gear, what kind of numbers he can do. But he's definitely hitting as hard as the rest of the Sith right now. Could he hit harder? Sure. Are there other Sith that hit harder? Yes, on some of their specials, but not a ton. So we'll stick with him. We like him. I say we. And by we, I mean me. So there he is, our Sith Marauder in action. See, reducing the health of that rebel officer again. So I've reduced his health twice already, so I can knock him out with that shot. We've got our tank there. So there you have it. And if you had any doubts about Sith Trooper as a tank, here you go. Dude is a beast. And with everybody getting sped up so much, he can put out his AoE and regen protection fairly regularly. So that definitely helps. So there you have it. A team full of Sith with a 7-star Sith Marauder, gear 9. And you saw less than ideal mods on some of them. Completely and totally rocked phase 6 territory battle. They really nailed the Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader reworks for territory battles. The Sith Marauder does solid, consistent damage. He doesn't need a lot of setup, though his unique does better with setup because he has extra crit chance and extra offense for each debuff on all characters. You notice, not just for enemy characters. And if anybody counters or assists, he does gain turn meter. So I like him. He's good. Is he worth $300? That's your call. But we'll see what comes out in the future and see if he works better with a different group. But I think this will be the best group he works in, because you see Sith Trooper and Sith Assassin get so many buffs on their own, and Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine put out so many debuffs. So he's going to get a lot of buffing from these guys. So like I said, I'm super excited to see what he can do when he gets up to the higher echelon of gears and really min-max his mods, because this could even be a solid tank team. We'll see how it goes. It actually might be a good phase 2 or phase 4 tank team. Who knows? There's a lot of potential here with this group, and I'd like to see what they can do in other aspects. So look for some of those videos coming up soon to showcase this new Sith group. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this is Hekelitos saying good night and good luck.